They are making a difference on 938 Live.
Base of the Pyramid, or the BOP Convention, is one that brings companies and organizations together to discuss the best practices and solutions to serve the 4 billion people from emerging economies, who could potentially spell an opportunity of $5 trillion. I spoke to one of the guest speakers coming to town for the inaugural convention, Jackie Duff. She is the Global Strategic Project Director for Women's Economic Empowerment at the Coca-Cola Company. What does the Women's Economic Empowerment Group actually do in the Coca-Cola Company?
I'm proud to have the opportunity to work globally on women's economic empowerment for the Coca-Cola Company, and I see my role as an extraordinary opportunity to enhance the livelihoods of millions of women around the world. At Coca-Cola, when we look at women's economic empowerment, we look at 2 key areas. That is, what are we doing to support the recruitment, development and retention of women inside the 4 walls of our company, and also what are we doing to enable the empowerment of women outside the 4 walls of our company. Today I will focus on the Global 5x20 initiative, which is aimed at women outside the 4 walls of our company. 5x20 is the Coca-Cola Company's ambitious goal to global initiative to enable the economic empowerment of 5 million women entrepreneurs across our value chain by 2020. What does that mean? It's the small businesses, from fruit farmers to retailers to artisans, that the company works with all over the world. I'm based in London, but talking to you today from the Philippines, where we're working with local women who are part of our 5x20 artisan and Sari Sari store program. Our plan is to help 200,000 women here in the Philippines by 2020. Through our 5x20 initiative, we're developing and implementing programs that enable women entrepreneurs to break down the barriers they face. These programs include business skills training, access to finance, and access to support networks of peers or mentors. We may be a global company, but we're a local business. We source locally, we find and develop our talent locally, and we live and work in the community. By harnessing the unique scale and reach of the Coca-Cola system in more than 200 countries worldwide, 5x20 can give millions of women opportunities to progress, build their businesses, support their families and their communities, and inspire more to do the same. We're making strong progress. By the end of 2013, more than 550,000 women were impacted in total through the 5x20 initiative in over 44 countries around the world. Here in Asia, the successful 5x20 program I mentioned earlier in the Philippines is also being developed in other Asian countries such as Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand and Vietnam.
So why has women become such a focus in Coca-Cola's efforts?
Let me start with some key facts that I'm sure you're very familiar with to help set the context for why this initiative is so important to us. However you choose to define it, through whichever lens you look through, women are an emergent global force. We've always known that women are powerful pillars of society, as individuals in their own right, as mothers, sisters, partners and wives. What we've learned that is if they have access to the right support, they can be extraordinary economic multipliers, both at the community level as an essential part of building thriving communities and collectively as a significant economic global force. We're also focused on the next generation. Women reinvest 90% of their income into their family lives and are multipliers in society. There's a direct correlation between women's empowerment and national GDP growth. In some countries, we're finding that over 70% or more of our small business partners are women. For example, 86% of our small sari stores that we do business with in the Philippines are owned or managed by women. Whereas in Egypt, that figure is only 10%, and in Europe and North America, we're learning that the figure is closer to about 30%. This diversity and what drives it must inform our approach. We believe there's no better investment than women to spur economic growth and foster sustainable development. Women are pillars of our community.
Jackie, you'll be speaking at the BOP that's around the corner. How will you be contributing to the discussion?
At the BOP World Convention, I'm participating on a panel to discuss transforming the value chain and how to reach isolated and underserved communities. I'm also contributing to an ID Lab session on how we can collectively help scale innovative solutions to benefit low-income populations. It's also a great opportunity to forge new partnerships. At the Coca-Cola Company, we can't reach this ambitious 5 million goal alone. It requires collaboration across sectors, bringing together business, government and civil society. We're working diligently to test, learn and scale the 5x20 programs that work well. We believe this is the best approach to ensure a lasting legacy that is sustainable. in the years ahead, we expect to reach every region of the globe to achieve our 5 by 20 goal.
And that was Jackie Duff, Global Strategic Project Director for Women's Economic Empowerment from the Coca-Cola Company. You can join Jackie and other guest speakers at the inaugural BOP convention from the 28th to the 30th of August. That's this Thursday to Saturday at the ITE headquarters in ITE College Central, Singapore. For more information, log on to bopworldconvention.org. And this has been They Are Making a Difference. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Daphne Lim.
They are making a difference on 938 Live.